Hello again, beer fans. I'm here today with one you may have seen in your local grocery store, Boddingtons Pub Ale. This is another English beer, and it is one of those, like Guinness, that has a nitrogen widget. And you will see again, this kind of... Now note how the head starts very light, much lighter than Guinness does, and then it kind of develops. You can see it developing into more what you might expect. Now, in case you're curious, I went to the trouble of extracting a widget. So this is what it looks like. Somehow this is filled with nitrogen, I'm assuming through one of these entrances, and then when the beer is opened, the nitrogen escapes and causes your beer to have that wonderful cascade sense and that creamy mouthfeel. Boddington is most commonly available of these, other than Guinness probably. It was somewhat decent reason. The experience of drinking Boddingtons that's pretty good. The taste, as with all nitrogenated beers, the taste is very creamy. The mouthfeel very smooth. It goes down really easy. This is a fairly light, not light in taste in calories, but light in taste beer. So this is very much one that you can go to town on. The taste is apple, malt. I mean, I would assume it's the malt that's giving the apple, but apple and kind of malty. Very light hops expressing at the end. Probably why you get that apple taste is partly the hops, but not very strong. This has got one flavor, not a whole lot going on, but the flavor's good and balanced, and again goes down easy in comparison to your normal American lagers. This is probably better than most. There may be some like Schlitz and Yuengling that I like more. But on the whole, for kind of a session beer, assuming you're going to pour it out, because I learn a lot of times with the session, I always check the alcohol when I say that, just to kind of get a sense of, is this actually a session beer, or am I completely making this up? And I don't know. I don't think the alcohol's on this one. Feel free to post in the comments if you know what it is, or have taken the trouble to look it up. But yeah, it feels very light on the alcohol. Like it would be kind of low. So it certainly has its place. Again, maybe you want that creamy mouthfeel and you don't particularly like Guinness. Why, I don't know. Guinness is delicious. But this is going to be an alternative to kind of give you a different flavor. And plus, I kind of like English pale ales, and a lot of times they're not necessarily at your supermarket, many of them. There are better ones for sure than this one, and maybe I should review some of them. Because I like English beers. But I never have really gotten around to kind of going through. Maybe that's the next thing. Again, feel free to suggest beers for me to review. There's a couple on my list I've got to get to. Um, Natty Ice, Ice House, all those. But feel free to suggest. And this was I think you'll like. I'll try to get to them. But this was a decent one. As far as price, it's a little high. Now it costs $8 for 4 16 ounces. And so if you think about it's $8 for 64 ounces, which means it's a little higher than a beer that would be $8 for 6 12-packs, but not a whole lot. Basically, imagine a 5-pack with 4 ounces extra, I guess, with an ounce extra per beer, or 0.8 ounces, I guess, if we want to get the math exactly right. So 12.8 ounce bottles with 5 of them for $8. And so what you can tell immediately is we're getting into Sam Adams price range, a little higher. So I view this as more of a change of pace than a regular buy, whereas Guinness is a regular buy. But a lot of that is not just that Guinness tastes good, but that it's fairly light. And I don't think this has its nutrition information, but my guess is, from the way it tastes, that this is not a light beer at all. Could be wrong. Anyway, that's all I got. See ya.